Happy DragonCon, everybody. How are you doing? Awesome. Thank you so much for your patience as we get sorted out. We are here. We're ready to go. Don't worry. I'm not wasting any time. I want to welcome you to the Friday night costume contest. Before we get started, I do want to mention DragonCon's charity this year. It is Cure Childhood Cancer. One of my favorite charities because it's easy to remember what they do. They cure childhood cancer. So please make a donation. DragonCon will match it. This year up to $125,000. So every dollar you give, DragonCon will give, and that is new this year. They upped the amount. So please give so we can give the most we can to cure childhood cancer. Now, you guys aren't here to see me, are you? No. I appreciate your honesty, so let me bring out your host, Yaya Han!
Hello, everybody! Oh my gosh! Welcome to the Friday Night Costuming Contest. Thank you so much, Tony P. I'm Yaya Han. I have been a cosplayer for 24 years, and my first DragonCon was in 2001. I've been coming to this convention for a long time. I basically have become a human and a cosplayer through this convention. I truly grew up here and have met so many of you, and am so blessed to be able to come back every year. And this year I'm really excited to be able to co-host this wonderful craftsmanship contest with Tony P. And we have a ton of fantastic contestants backstage. They can hear you. Lots of energy. So yes, this contest is celebrating its 16th year of costuming craftsmanship excellence. We call it the FNCC for short, but for those of you who are new to the Friday Night Costuming Contest at DragonCon, it is strictly a craftsmanship contest where the designers and builders are challenged to show us their wonderful work. And earlier in this evening, we have had some wonderful judges inspect the costumes of everyone coming on stage. They have been determining how each costume was made by the contestant and how well they executed their techniques. So they have been working very hard, and we will introduce them to you a little bit later. And also, there are a lot of wonderful prizes at stake this evening. So the contestants have the chance to win cash prizes. Cash. The Best in Show winner will also get a guaranteed hotel spot at DragonCon next year. That is worth entering the contest, because the hotel lottery for DragonCon, that's no joke.
I didn't know that. I would have entered if I did.
Yeah, right? I would have entered too. And also, the Best in Show will walk away with a Burnett V79 Yaya Han Edition sewing and embroidery machine. It's a fantastic machine by Burnett and Bernina, and it's provided to us by the Atlanta Sewing Center, your premier sewing center here in Georgia. They have 3 stores in Augusta, in Duluth, and in Marietta. And they're a wonderful resource. They would love to teach you how to sew as well as help you improve. I'm very excited for the winner to be able to start embroidering on that beautiful machine.
Oh, that is so awesome. Like I said, I wish I would have entered. I don't know how to sew at all.
They would teach you. The Atlanta Sewing Center would have some of their classes.
That's the place to go. All right, awesome prizes. I'm excited to see everyone. Are you guys excited to see all these amazing costumes? So let us get started. First up is the youth category. This category is intended for ages 12 and under to promote the developing talents of our young con goers. That's what I needed. I would have learned. All right, are you guys ready?
And contestants. I think it's crazy how early they can start making great costumes. So give them lots of energy, lots of applause when they come up, okay? All right. We're going to start with youth contestant number 1. Let's welcome Griffin cosplaying.
Give it up for Griffin, folks.
Cosplaying as Withered Spring Bonnie. I believe that's from Friday Night Freddy. This costume is modeled after Friday Nights at Freddy Withered Bonnie character. It was created by Griffin over 18 months with cardboard, polyfoam felt, and creative engineering to create movable parts and a hinged jaw. Oh my gosh. So much talent. And remember, youth category entrants are 12 years or younger. Look at that. I believe you use some magnets, right? That's awesome. Thank you.
All right, contestant number 2 is Artemis Davis. Yes, big fans of Artemis in the house. Artemis is Estella the Mermaid, and this is an original creation. Artemis Davis is 11 years old and has been designing her own clothes and costumes since she was 7. She was inspired to create Estella the Mermaid when she heard people saying that Halle Bailey had the wrong skin color for a mermaid. Why fish have iridescent skin and create her own interpretation of the Little Mermaid. Since fish scales are iridescent to help them hide from predators, Estella has iridescent skin all over instead of just her tail. She also has fins on her arms because the designer was inspired by the idea of fish that can spend part of their time out of the water like mermaids do.
So much thought behind the costume. Wonderful fabric choices, very impressed.
Artemis made her own patterns for this costume, pinned, cut, sewed, painted, and drilled every part of it. She painted the prosthetic gills and ears and applied them herself. Let's give it up one more time for Artemis Davis.
Thank you so much. Our next contestant is, I believe those are all of our youth contestants. Wow, but aren't they wonderful? Give it up for our beautiful youth contestants. Amazing. So coming up next is our novice category. A novice is age 13 or older that is new to costuming or has never won an award for costuming at a major convention that focuses on costuming. So these are newbies. So please encourage them. For many of them, this is going to be their first time on stage, okay? So you want to give them all that you got. And these newbies, they have talent and they want to be judged on their designs and efforts. And also, I wanted to mention that for this, the novice category and the remaining categories, we will begin with contestant number 2 because all of our contestants are number 1 in our hearts.
Yes. Love it.
So, with that being said, let's bring out our novice contestant number 2.
Let's bring out Amanda Graver. She is known as Mandy Flay Cosplay. Primary design costume maker was Amanda Graver, and she is Ensign Tilly as Mirror Universe Captain Tilly from Star Trek Discovery. Mandy is from Columbus, Ohio, and has been cosplaying since 2015. She chose to create this costume because she loves the challenge that such a kind and positive character like Tilly faced in having to portray effectively her evil twin. Also, because it's very, very shiny, who doesn't love that, her chest armor is self-drafted and has an EVA foam base with a cut leather overlay whose pattern she recreated from reference photos and videos from the show. Her belt and holster are made entirely from leather. She sewed her jumpsuit from stretched ponte and pleather, and the gold details are iron-on vinyl. Oh my goodness, she then 3D printed, she 3D printed and finished her dagger and phaser, which she says you should find very impressive because finishing 3D prints is her least favorite thing to do. Give it up one more time for
put into each costume. I'm just always so impressed. And we all have something we really hate to do, and we push ourselves to do it. I'm like, I hate styling wigs. I had to do this somehow. Anyway, our next contestant in the novice category is number 4, Brian Frost, cosplaying as Doc Boom from Ghostbusters 2084. This is Ghostbusters 2084, designed and built by Brian Frost, aka Doc Boom, from North Alabama. Brian has taken the Ghostbuster design and reimagined it for the mega cities of the future. I love it. It's like cyberpunk and ghost busters. The proton pack is built from predominantly EVA foam to make it lightweight. The neutrino wand has been redesigned into a blaster for single-hand use. And the ghost strap has been replaced with compact throwable mines. Wow, that is so neat. All the electronics are custom coded and have various modes. And throughout the design process, Brian considered how would this function if it was real. I really like that. And he made decisions based on those conclusions. And yeah, I think he likes to say, this is what you get when you send a cyberpunk to bust ghosts. Give it up for Brian Frost.
All right, coming up next should be Brian K. Johnson, aka Mando Marvin. Yes, there he is. Please welcome Marvin. Oh, I get it now. He's a Mandalorian and a distant relative of a Martian in a galaxy far, far away.
So cute.
His pleasures include ordering shattering kabooms and claiming planets in the name of Mandalore. His Acme disintegrating pistol is always on the ready. When Marvin needs to fly, his trusty Acme jetpack always saves the day. Note here, 50% of the time. The signet on the Marvin shoulder is that of the vicious goss armor of a hairy monster. Marvin's armor is scarred with 3 claw marks after he bested the vicious beast many moon cycles ago. He has Goss armor's hair in a trophy braid, his skirt is made of the monster's leather, and most importantly, he has Goss's armor's dangerous spiked finger, similar to a lucky rabbit foot. One more time for James Johnson as Mando Marvin.
So much fun so far, oh my God.
I didn't get it at first. I was reading the paper and I was like,
Sometimes you're just like, what? And then they come on, you're like, oh my God. That happens a lot at DragonCon, doesn't it? You're just like, wait, what? Anyway, we're gonna move on to our next contestants. Please give it up for number 6, Carol Williams, cosplaying as Arian Rod from a literature division. So, come on up. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at it. See, it's a literature costume. Wow. So this designer is a 71-year young retiree who was born and raised in California and recently moved to Georgia from Oregon. She's been married 52 years and is a self-taught designer and seamstress. She got her inspiration from author Joan Vinge's book, The Snow Queen. It all makes sense now. So she created this costume using a picture of the book cover, and she contacted a designer in Brazil who makes headpieces for Carnival, and she conveyed to him that she conveyed to him her design and provided various body measurements, and he constructed a bare wire frame, and then she decorated the frame with feathers and clay, and she also, of course, made the dress and the cape. So that is very cool. So the mask truly is based on a real Carnivale mask. Very beautiful. Thank you very much. We love to see cosplayers from all walks of life, cosplaying from all different sources. So, thank you, Carol. Our next contestant is contestant number 8. Let's welcome, ooh, this is a very different genre, but I think y'all will like it. Let's welcome Denise Hood, cosplaying as Pyramid Head from Silent Hill. Ooh, they're coming up, they're coming up. It's gonna get spooky. Heck yes! D-Hood is 36 years old and from Augusta, Georgia, and this is their second DragonCon and first time doing the cosplay contest. Please welcome them! It's their first time doing the contest. Thank you. Pyramid Head is one of their top favorite horror characters and has been a big cosplay they've wanted to do for a long time. This is their first time working on something this big with a lot of detail. The helmet, the sword, and the apron, they worked very hard on to bring this character to life. So the apron is supposed to look like flayed flesh that has been sewed back together. Ugh. And the sword is 5 feet long and made from a foam block. And this is their first time working on a prop as big as the sword and the helmet. Congratulations, and thank you so much for joining us. And
So, respectfully, that was terrifying. I mean, I did walk over there. I wanted to make sure everyone was good. I was like, this is scary. I was not expecting this. All right, coming up next is contestant number 10, Emily Phillips, aka Maximus Phillips. Maximus is General Radon. This designer is a film student at Georgia State University, set to graduate in December. This is the first cosplay he created from scratch. After falling in love with the fantasy RPG Elden Ring, he decided to bring one of the characters, General Radon, to life. The helmet, breastplate, shoulder pads, knee pads, and sword guards were modeled in Blender and 3D printed. The rest of the armor is EVA foam to retain as much mobility as possible. The cape was sewn on machine before it was hand painted with acrylic paint. The two great swords are primarily made of EVA foam, upholstery foam, a wooden rod, and 3D printed guards. This costume took around 5 to 6 months to make and around 4 to 12 hours a week. I met Maximus earlier. I happen to know this is his first costume. So, congratulations, Maximus Phillips. Very first costume. Interviewed him for DCTV. Got to talk to him.
Oh wait, my first costume, you don't want to know. It's really amazing what people can do these days. I love it. Anyway, we have more novice category coming up. Contestant number 11, big round of applause for Erica Sellers, Ruthless Kitten, cosplaying as Oldoragon, a female armor from the Monster Hunter world. I can't believe these are novice costumes. So Ruthless Kitten is a designer from Tennessee and has been working on this armor since December 2022. Oh my gosh, that's almost a year. Took about 7 months to make. She's an avid fan of the Monster Hunter franchise, and the armor she has on display tonight is the female Oldoragon set. And she has a dual Sindoi blades as her weapons. And the armor may appear to be crafted from the hides of many monsters. She actually primarily made them out of EVA foam and foam clay. She's especially proud of her slinger, which does move and is fun to play with. And this is only her second cosplay? Give it up for Ruthless Kitten! Oh my goodness! I'm blown away.
Yeah, now I want to hear more about your first costume.
Oh, my first one.
Can you just tell us what it was? Was it a character?
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be very old school for many anime fans. Anyone watch or read Yu Yu Hakusho?
You're in the right place. There you go.
So I cosplayed Kurama, which is like the most androgynous pretty boy, and and no one could recognize me because I didn't have a wig on, and it was just, but I did sew the outfit. And
it got you started, and it got you the love of doing it.
It made me love with making costumes.
My first was the He-Man from Kmart, where you wore the little mask and the, you know. All right, coming up next, contestant 12, Francisco Ira, also known as Frankentoast Cosplay.
Ooh.
Oh, this,
Bringing a friend up here.
oh, this is Captain Rex and Fives from the Clone Wars. Introducing Frankentoast, a pair of enthusiastic amateur cosplayers embracing their love for the Clone Wars, the animated series, as they bring Captain Rex and Art Trooper Fives to life. Their ingenious cosplays were skillfully crafted from EVA foam with a notable touch. Their awe-inspiring 3D printed helmet that bears the autograph of Ashley Eckstein. You guys know this, but she is the voice of Ashoka Tano. Impressively, these passionate cosplayers completed their creation in just 3 weeks, demonstrating their dedication and creativity. Prepare to be captivated by Frankentoast's incredible cosplays. We already are. It's so awesome. Way to go, Frankentoast cosplay.
Yeah, I have many feelings about Clone Wars and Ahsoka right now, so very good. All right, our next contestant is from not the same universe, but they're kind of, you know, kind of the same universe. But let's welcome contestant number 13, Jenna Howard, as Clea Strange and Doctor Strange from Marvel's Doctor Strange. So I believe it's Jenna as Clea and Patrick as Doctor Strange. They are first-time congoers and first-time cosplayers. Oh my gosh. Jenna began crafting these costumes in March with the desire to learn new skills and have them ready to present at DragonCon. She succeeded right there. She won the con. I mean, the times I have wanted to finish a costume for DragonCon and I couldn't, we've all been there, right? But yeah, very impressive. They made their own pattern, they molded EVA foam, and it required a lot of pleating and a custom cape pattern. Oh my gosh, I'm so impressed. Thank you so much. Yeah, gotcha, all right. So we're gonna move right on. Our next contestant comes to us from the world of anime. Lots of anime fans in this room? Yes, gotta represent anime. Let's welcome Mama Dragon, Joanna, coming up as Ayla, Belle, and modeling the dragon, Joanna. So it is the, oh yeah, I know, that's Belle. It's Belle, so it's the dragon and her freckled princess Belle, which is like the Japanese for it. So any of you watch the anime Belle? It's one of my favorites. So these costumes were a labor of love for a very special daughter. Belle's dress is made with function in mind. It was made to be broken down to maximize comfort and breathability. It contains hidden clasps and a fully removable chest piece. The petals were given dimension with wires. And the dragon features a hand batik cape, a technique where dyes is applied in between layers of hot wax. The head is made from a modified bicycle helmet, wire, paper clay, and oversized yarn. A true mixed media project. This is wonderful. Please come on up and show us your costumes more. I love that cosplay brings families together. I love that it encourages people to use different techniques. I love the cape is beautiful. Her sparkly shoes. Ah! Thank you so much. Oh my goodness.
So awesome. I got to meet them earlier in the judging, so it's so awesome to see them here. Hey, this may not make sense to you, but just trust me. I'm not good at math. Coming up next, contestant 7. Don't worry about it. Just know it's contestant 7. We have David Gross, Boar of Frere. David Gross, he's coming, take your time, be safe. Is Thorin Oakenshield, King Under the Mountain. Here we have a Boar of Frere cosplaying as Thorin Oakenshield, the King Under the Mountain from The Hobbit. This costume has been crafted out of leather, fabric, and EVA foam that took about a month of work from start to finish. Each armor plate is hand-tooled leather that has been glued and riveted to the garment. The gauntlets, belt, scabbard, and boot covers are also hand-tooled and hand-sewn from the leather. With him, he carries the legendary Elven Blade, Orcris, the Goblin Cleaver, and the key to the ancient halls of Erebor, both sculpted from EVA foam. Blech. This sword was sculpted using a rotary tool to achieve the iconic shape of the blade and dragon-tooth hilt, runes, insects, and the details were inscribed using blades and sculpting tools. That is a long sentence. Let's give it up for David Gross as Thorin Oakenshield.
King Under the Mountain, yes. Great job, great job. Awesome. All right, we are gonna jump back to contestant number 15. We're still in the novice category. So let's welcome Katie Caboodle, cosplaying as Bubafina. Bubafina is from Adventure Time, if any of you have watched it. This costume features self-patterned wings and a bodysuit, over 300 individually attached feathers, and 2 custom-cut and styled wigs. She spent over 10 hours sewing on trim by hand, been there, and designed her own hidden pockets to hide breadcrumbs so she won't get hungry wandering around the convention. Oh my God, that is so important. Pockets in your costumes. Eat, snack, yes. Do not go starve yourself at the convention. So Katie has been cosplaying for about 3.5 years, and this is one of her favorite costumes. Let's give it up for Katie Caboodle.
Is Bubafina a real character?
Bubafina.
I'm glad you took that one, I'm just saying. All right, coming up next. I didn't read it ahead of time, I don't know. Leisha Porsche. Denega, Leisha Porsche Denega, cosplaying as Furiosa Imperator. This next designer brings us the post-apocalyptic harem Furiosa Imperator from Mad Max Fury Road. Leisha Porsche Denega has made everything by hand wherever possible, sewing all the clothing herself. She drafted and made the leather riding breeches from scratch, including the meticulously detailed embroidery slashes. The ribless corselet is stiff, yet flexible, using zip ties as concealed boning. The prosthetic arm she wears is made primarily of metal hardware, found objects, foam, and warbler, and various leathers. It has articulated fingers that move, and working springs and levers. This build owes a lot of its sturdiness to the use of laminated warbler with mechanical joins and epoxy. One more time for Leisha Porsche Denega. Hey, I'll also say real quick, we apologize if we mispronounce anybody's name. We got to figure it out as we go. Please accept our sincerest apologies if we say it wrong.
Yes, please.
But we are trying our best, I promise.
We are trying, yes. All right, let's welcome our next contestant. Give it up for Nicole Fox, cosplaying as Victorian-era Miss Frizzle. Miss Frizzle is from the Magic School Bus, of course. What a charming costume, my goodness. So Nicole is from New Jersey by way of Florida, and she's she's a nurse by day and a costumer and crafter by night. So this is in her own words. I love all forms of costuming, but historical costuming holds a special place in my heart. I grew up loving history and science, especially the Magic School Bus. So here is my take on Miss Frizzle circa the Victorian era. The skirt, petticoat, shirt, apron, and bonnet embroidered, were all handmade. And the Magic School Bus is hand embroidered on the apron, and the bonnet holds yarn balls in the color scheme of all the planets in the solar system. Love it. Thank you, Nicole Fox. Do you want me to?
No, I got it. You saw me laughing because they gave us pronunciation, and I really appreciate it.
Yes.
Coming up next, you have Robin Jungbluth, aka Almost Crazy Cosplay. The name of the primary costume maker is Robin herself, and she is Alexstrasza the Life Binder. Robin is a local cosplayer that finally gathered up the courage to enter a cosplay contest.
Oh my goodness.
After creating numerous cosplays over the past 6 years. Heck yeah, way to go. When she saw Alexstrasza's new look in World of Warcraft, she knew this had to be her next big cosplay for DragonCon.
This is an intense costume. The design is crazy.
Builds that use several different materials are always her favorites, and this one includes 3D printed parts, fabric, EVA foam, and feathers. She and her husband designed and 3D printed all the armor. Since cosplays are just more fun when they light up, she also added glowing jewels throughout the pieces. From start to finish, Alexstrasza took her about a year to build, with a lot of tears thrown in, y'all.
Yes. Every costume.
If it looks
Sacrifice
heavy,
to the cosplay gods, a little bit of blood, a little bit of tears, right?
if it looks heavy, it's actually not, because it's all 3D printed. I'm not reading. The next part says she's afraid she's gonna trip and fall. You got this.
You got
are
this.
killing it.
You're queen, okay? Queen.
One more time for Robin Jungbluth.
Thank you so much. All right, are you guys having fun? Are you loving the costumes you're seeing? Aren't they great? Who's gonna enter next year? Does it inspire you to enter? Maybe? Lots of
I'm gonna enter if we're winning hotel rooms.
That's right.
I'm
So win a
gonna do
hotel
that.
room at DragonCon? Come on. So, and a sewing machine, maybe? Anyway, we are going to move on and welcome our next contestant, number 19, in the novice cat. We're still in the novice category. My mind is blown. Let's welcome Sandra Jones, cosplaying as the Evil Queen from Snow White. The OG, okay? The OG Evil Queen. So, Sandra Jones is a native Atlantan who is also a professor of software engineering. Wow. She recently rediscovered her love of sewing and quickly realized that cosplay sewing allows her to immerse herself not only in making a garment, but creating a story. Recently, Sandra has become interested in villains from timeless tales.
Wait. Is there
Magic
a phone in
mirror.
there?
There was a magic mirror moment.
There's a phone in the mirror.
I see. That is the software engineer at work right there. Okay, no, absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. The dress is from a modified pattern. The cape is an original design, and her biggest challenges were the hood and the collar. And of course, the most interesting prop is the magic mirror that is equipped to take selfies.
Oh, I should've just waited for
if
you
you
to
see
finish.
her, ask for a selfie, okay? And hopefully the queen won't, like, hunt for your heart or something. Absolutely lovely. Thank you very much, Sandra Jones.
You would think I would know by now. Just let Yaya finish. She got to the phone. I got so distracted.
Just like,
There's a phone! Look how crazy that is. All right, next up. Please don't have a phone, contestant 20. Up next, contestant 20, Sierra Kelly, known as Lore K. Her costume title is Ishtola Rule.
yes, Final Fantasy 14!
Oh, yes. Lore is a cosplayer from West Georgia who's been cosplaying for about 10 years, but only recently started making her own costumes. She spent a lot of time learning new skills for this costume, including self-patterning and Frankensteining a skirt together. All of the gems on the skirt were custom cast for this costume, and each part is hand-laced individually. For the various jewelry bits, they were all 3D printed and then sanded and painted with a rub and buff to achieve that perfect jewelry shine.
Yes.
One more time for Sierra Kelly.
Awesome. All right, so those were all of our novice entries. Please give a round of applause. They can still hear you. Okay, we're going to move on to our journeyman category.
Yes, this category is intended for ages 13 or older who have been working at the art of costuming for a few years and have entered costuming contests in the past. Even if they've been away from making costumes or competing for a few years, they're still considered journeymen based on past skills and efforts. All right, so let's now go to our journeyman contestants. Are you ready, audience? Number 2, remember, because everybody's number 1.
Number 1 in our hearts.
Is Aiden Acebo, known as Springtrap. Costume title, Springtrap. This is Springtrap, inspired by the hit indie game Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, another scary thing. The weathering for the suit was done by flaming parts of the fleece lightly, then adding wet paint over to thicken and give an uneven, moldy texture to mimic rock. Latex organs and caulk are used here for the flesh melded to the suit. The eyes of the costume were made using resin drip with a paper backing to allow the LEDs to shine through. All of the electrical and metal equipment coming from the suit actually has functionality to it. So give it up one more time for Springtrap. Do they always have to be scary?
Scary is fun. Scary is fun. Five Nights at Freddy's and Silent Hill, and yeah, it's awesome. And they are always in character. Did you notice?
Yes, they're
from
always
horror
extra
games,
scary.
Yeah, they're always like they were moving. You know,
I don't like it. They did an amazing job. But I don't
very
like it.
convincing. All right, we're going to move on to our contestant number 3 in the journeyman category. So this is a anime costume, yay. Let's welcome Alana, or Skeleton Buddy, cosplaying as Sailor Skeletor. It's a Sailor Moon and Masters of the Universe mashup. Mashups reign supreme here at DragonCon. So this costume is Sailor Skeletor, and Skeleton Buddy is from Atlanta, Georgia, and the shimmery, glittery Sailor Scout uniform was sewn from satin, silk, and cotton, adorned with resin-cast jewelry. The bone-chilling mask and iconic Havoc staff are based on their appearances in the classic He-Man cartoon and were crafted from vapor, smooth 3D printed ABS. Thank you so very much. This is their first time. Oh, the first time they entered this contest was 2017. So welcome back, and they've been making costumes since 2014. Give it up for Sailor Skeletor.
Also a little scary. All right, coming up next, we have Avery Anderson, known as Avery Marie. The costume is Rayla from the Dragon Prince. Said Ray like a samurai, la la la. Avery is a 21-year-old cosplayer based in Georgia. They began competing in cosplay competitions 2 years ago on the Friday Night Costume Contest stage. When making a new cosplay, Avery always has one rule, and that's to learn at least one new skill. For this cosplay, they ended up learning 4. Yaya, your favorite, wig styling. Also prop making, EVA work, and hardest of all for them, pattern making. They patterned the entire costume themselves based only on screenshots from the show because no concept or model for this design existed when they began to work on her. Avery also did most of the prop work themselves. Rayla has been Avery's dream cosplay since they began cosplaying 5 years ago. And they are proud, as they should be, to finally have brought her to life. One more time, Avery Marie.
hard to find, and we have to do what we have to do, you know? All right, now we're gonna bring on contestant number 6 in the Journeyman category. Let's welcome Ayla Craft, cosplaying as Sabrina Morningstar, the Queen of Hell. So, the Sabrina Morningstar is from the Netflix series The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. This is the Queen of Hell version. Ayla created every piece she's wearing today by hand in her North Carolina home with her 3 cats who carefully oversaw the project. Very important. This is Ayla's first entry in the Friday Night Costume Contest. Gorgeous entry. And this is a natural progression of an addiction that started when she first came to DragonCon and realized that she was home. Oh my goodness, this is so Thank you so much for joining us, the Queen of Hell.
All right, also not too scary.
This is a fun one. This is gonna be a fun one.
All right, you know, I live in Orlando. This is near and dear to my heart. Coming up, we have Caroline Jones, who is Madame Leota from Haunted Mansion. I was wondering, how are they gonna do this? Perhaps Madame Leota can establish contact. She has a remarkable talent for materializing the disembodied with taking COVID guidelines and integrating them into a cosplay. Brilliant. With 90% of the cosplay is constructed with various types of foam to ensure that it is lightweight. Add math to suspend the objects to float. And with a fun touch to the lace, a nice skull print design. With a closer look at the table, there's a small raven that will follow you around. Give it up, Caroline Jones as Madame Leota.
I love it. All right. On to our next Journeyman contestant. Welcome, Noah Sarton, cosplaying as Star Nemesis Fiddlesticks. Oh my goodness. My goodness.
Wait
Look
for
at
it, yes!
Wow. This is Noah. He's an 18-year-old artist and cosplayer from Tupelo, Mississippi. 18 years old? He's been making costumes for 4 years, and this is his second fully handmade cosplay, and the one that took him the longest to make. His props were mostly constructed with recycled materials from cardboard boxes, as well as plastic tubs and fabric. It is also adorned with lights and the prop headpiece and torso. And he got the idea for this costume as soon as he saw the character in the game League of Legends. So give it up for Noah Sarton as Star Nemesis Fiddlesticks.
One of my favorite things is, like, I'll be honest, my favorite part of this is I get to see him first, and they're always like lurking through the little hallway. I love it. It's just so fun. All right, coming up next, we have Frank Holland. Frank is cosplay is The Circle, AKA the Circle of Life. The costume, wait for it, yes! Circle of Life. This costume is 90% hand painted using acrylic paint on canvas and watercolor paper and took about 6 months to make. In addition to the paint, the designer used fabric, string, glue, needle, and thread to help create a desired look of the Italian Renaissance, borrowing imagery from the Sistine Chapel, fused with the superhero genre and modern 21st century technology. Other inspiration for the costume included the poetic reference or analogy to life being described as a circle, much like the drawing of a circle has a point of a beginning and an end. Life is one big continuum. Y'all, this is getting deep. Furthermore, the costume represents the designer's continuing interest in combining the superhero genre with the visual arts. I love it. The designer was born and raised raised in Atlanta, Georgia, and participates annually in the Caribbean Festival and Juneteenth parades, and his work has been shown at Emory, Georgia Tech, Auburn, all the universities around here.
Awesome.
One more time for Frank Collins, Circle of Life.
All right, so now we have, oh, this is gonna be a fan favorite, I think. Let's welcome contestant number 14, Gabriella, or Powerhouse Cosplay, as Beauregard Leonette from Critical Role. So, Powerhouse Cosplay patterned and made the entire outfit, layering and patterning the leather pieces herself, as well as crafting the entire coat and hand dyeing the gradient into her waist sash. She loves a good coat, so the chance to make the coolest pirate coat ever was the easiest choice. Wonderful, thank you so much.
I too love a good coat. I never get to wear it. It's only 100 degrees, but I love a good coat.
Except right now, I couldn't quite use a coat right now. Why is this room so cold?
All right, coming up, it is really cool. Coming up next with Ian Finley, who is Calicos, aspect of the Blue Dragonflight.
World of Warcraft.
Raleigh Cosplay presents Calicos, aspect of the Blue Dragons from Blizzard Entertainment's World of Warcraft Dragonflight. This cosplay represents a year of work, 3 months of which were spent creating Dragon Raft, the legendary staff of the Blue Dragons.
That's a cool prop. Oh my god.
Dragon Raft is comprised of 46 separate components, modeled in Blender, 3D printed, and then hand painted. It features 3 custom LED systems, in addition to 2 custom systems in the costume, like 3 wasn't enough. Details that might not be visible to the audience include airbrushed runes on the satin costume, hand-painted, top-stitched vinyl trim, and leather texturing on the EVA foam elements.
It looks like so cartoony. I love that. I love the effect.
Little fun fact here, Raleigh Cosplay inaugurated the first of its kind cosplay creation class at Research Triangle High School, where he taught drama.
How's my research class?
Yes, cosplay class, a teacher. Round of applause for Ian Finley.
All right, okay, so we are moving into the realm of TV and film. Let's welcome contestant number 18, Jack B. Nimble Armory, as a belter-wearing savage Martian Marine armor from The Expanse TV show. Any Expanse fans here? Very cool. Jack B. Nimble Armory, an engineer from South Carolina, is presenting his belter character wearing salvaged Martian Marine power armor. It's an original character set in the Expanse TV universe. That's so cool. He spent 2 years working on the mostly 3D printed costume, oh my goodness, and which was inspired by the TV show and the book series. Throughout time, many upgrades have been added to the suit, including multiple cooling fans, a Gatling gun, and a heads-up display, no, a light-up display in the helmet. Very cool. And it fits so well. Like that's what's always impressive to me. And I think it's wild. Like you just 3D print an entire armor.
I'm blown away. Like I don't know how any of it works. So, I don't know.
The judges have a very difficult job today. So yes.
we have the easy job, I'll be honest with you.
We feel for you.
All right, coming up next, Lee Butler McWaters as Dragon Clown. She is from, I knew it was going to be scary. She is from Decatur, Georgia, and created costumes for wearing as an English teacher for 22 years. This costume is based on 5 different clowns. The buffoon and the jester had the right to free speech, telling the truth and making fun of the king without fear of being beheaded. The mixed patterns pay homage to the buffoon, and the 3 prolonged hat with zipper trim and bells indicates the jester. Perrault, the French clown, is represented by the primary color choice of the designer, black and white. The Harlequin's black and white diamond pattern is present both in the body of the cotton jumpsuit and in the quilted vest, which was made from repurposed pants and jeans. Both the buffoon and the harlequin may be female or male. Pagliacci's sad broken heart is on the back of the vest. It is made from sparkling vinyl. Both the vinyl and the quilting are first for Lee. She's used leather in many of her designs, but believes this will be her last attempt with vinyl. Give it up for Lee Butler Waters as Dragon Clown.
Just the range and creativity, wonderful. All right, we are nearing the end of our journeyman categories, so let's welcome our last contestants in this category. We have one more category left. And it is Louise cosplaying as Professor Dumbledore from Harry Potter. Oh my goodness. It's Professor Dumbledore. Let's welcome all the way from Puerto Rico, Luis Cartagena, as he brings us Professor Dumbledore from the Harry Potter movies. This costume was inspired after visiting the Harry Potter experience in Warner Brothers studio in London. Yes, I want to, it is incredible. And acquiring the Dumbledore hat. So Lewis started getting the pieces put together for the character. He looked for textured fabrics for a realistic look, and searched far and wide and used curtain panels where needed. There was an inner gray robe with Asian-inspired brocades and application in the front and end of the sleeves, and lilac outer robes with sequin trim and details in the back. And I believe Luis asked his former sewing teacher in assistance in creating the patterns, and but he did all the sewing himself, including hand sewing all the brooches and applications on. And he also is using a full head silicone mask that he acquired and adapted to complement the character and create really the Dumbledore look. So, and of course, he has the elder wand as well. So thank you so much for coming all the way from Puerto Rico, Professor Dumbledore.
All right, everyone, and that brings us to the Journeyman. Another round of applause for the Journeyman this evening. All right, the last group of the evening. Hey, before that, one more group. Are you guys having fun? Are you guys loving all of these amazing costumes? Excellent, excellent. I love to hear it. The last group of the evening is the professional category. This category is for costumers that have repeatedly worked on quality costumes, entered new costume contests at DragonCon or other conventions that place focus on costuming either in panels or contests. At this level, the judges are looking at construction skills, design effort, documentation, and presentation of the costume itself. These contestants are typically designing and building year-round, or they may be employed as professional costumers.
It's getting serious, guys.
I thought the other ones were serious. How does it get more serious?
Get more serious.
These costumes were judged at the highest level of standards.
Wow.
So are you guys ready for the professional contestants?
All right, let's bring out our second professional contestant because they're all number one in our hearts. Let's welcome Amanda Valten, cosplaying as Princess Anastasia. Or maybe the princess has gotten lost.
Wait for it. All right.
Yes, the princess has gotten lost. Kind of appropriate.
Our princess is in another castle.
Yes.
All right, no
So
worries.
we're
We
going
wish her
to
well.
move on to contestant number 3. Oh,
All right, that worked
hang
out.
on, hang on.
Wait a
This is a
minute.
live show.
Wait a minute. You guys know my math skills. They're not good. We do, and honestly, things change, and we want to make sure everybody's included. So do you mind if we go back 1 second? Yeah. We're going to go back. We want to do one more in the journeyman category.
One more journeyman.
All right, so another one in the journeyman category is contestant 22, Melanie Staten. All right, here she comes. Perfect.
Yes. Yes, she's here. I
Melanie
saw her back
Staten
there.
is Trish Marigold from Witcher 3. Yes, there she is.
Worth waiting for.
This is Jeannie Vera cosplay, also known as Mel, coming all the way from Ontario, Canada, for her very first DragonCon. She has been cosplaying for fun since about 2002 and is always trying to learn new skills with each and every build. This time, the skills learned came from creating Trish Marigold from the Witcher 3 games. Trish took about 6 months from start to finish and presented her with all new materials and skills to learn. This gorgeous gown is a cosplay that let her play with luxurious silks, hand embroidery, making vine appliques, and hand beading. There are also aspects of the leather tooling she did for the first time, some 3D printing, and thermoplastic use. Due to the nature of the character being magic and working for a king, Mel decided to embellish the design a little more by hand sewing crystal beads to the dress and exaggerating the train a little more to make it fancier. You will also find more crystal gems in her belt buckle, hair piece, and sleeve rosettes to fur that added bling. Let's give it up one more time for Melanie Staten as Trish Marigold.
Thank you very much.
I will say, if ever you have the opportunity to extend the train, make it longer, make it cover the whole stage.
Oh, let's make it fancier. Yeah. Screw accuracy. Make everything fancier. And we actually have one more journeyman contestant, which I think is great. I love when journeymen enter because if they win, they become a master. That's crazy, isn't it? So I love it. Let's welcome our journeyman contestant number 23, Melvin, or B1975, cosplaying as Bumblebee from Transformers. Whoa. Oh, definitely.
Yo, give them a minute,
Yeah.
because it's like a real-life Transformer. They're going to be performing later with
There's a car
Cybertronics
coming on
3.
stage right now. A car.
All right, Autobots.
Assemble.
Don't call it a comeback.
This is B1975, based on Transformers Bumblebee movie. He got the idea for this costume based on the Transformers character we all love, and most of this costume is made of EVA foam with bits and pieces from Goodwill finds. I love a good thrift find. And apparently their granddaughter is looking for the tires to her toy car, which are on the boots. Oops. Most of the rides are fairy rides, and there's some moving aspects to it. Let's see, it took 8 months to complete this costume, including learning how to walk in these shoes, which are the heaviest part of the costume. I mean, yeah, it's like you make the costume and then you're like, oh, I have to wear it. I have to walk in it, oh gosh. So, fantastic job. Bumblebee looks super swag, so let's give it up for I think there is a whole slew of journeyman contestants that we somehow skipped over, which is awesome because then we have more. So we're back on the journeyman category for the next little bit.
Look, man, Bumblebee needed some time, okay? That takes a little while. All right, up next, again, number 24 in the journeyman category, Miriam Baker. Miriam Baker. All right, she is the Marriott Marchioness.
The Marriott Marchioness. Wow.
Design doesn't answer to the question, what if Asaziko designed around the Marriott carpet, the Marriott, what'd you say?
Marchioness.
Marchioness. That's another name, better than what I Extravaganza is a celebration of a multitude of genres, historical periods, and types of insanity that DragonCon has to offer.
Unique insanity.
Every piece of the outfit. You got her, you got her. We're
She
good!
got it.
We're good, folks!
Queen move right there. That's
The
right.
designer blended silhouettes and styles from across 500 years of fashion history, including Edwardian combinations, Georgian stays, and the style lines from the Tudor and Victorian periods in crafting the overall look. She studied the carpet down to the tiniest details and even stitched on crystal beads in the tiny flecks of contrasting colors found in the original carpet.
Wow. And so clean. Look at the fit. Look how clean everything is.
It is clean. It is clean. Let's give it up again for Miriam Baker.
Oh my goodness. All right, so now we are shifting gears to the gaming world. And we want to welcome Miss Komori, contestant number 25 in the Journeyman category. Miss Komori cosplaying as Kyogre from Pokemon, a Gadinka version of Kyogre. So Miss Komori is a cosplayer from Jacksonville, Florida. By day, she works in marketing for a luxury resort, and by night, she's a costume gremlin. I relate. Her Kyogre cosplay is self-designed and went through a few sketches before becoming what you see here. The armor is all EVA foam and features a wave pattern throughout that was cut using a Cricut. The opal gems on the cosplay were cast in resin. The dress and bolero are a combination of patterns, both bought and self-drafted, that were decorated using applique and vinyl details. The costume has an EVA spell book to carry her secrets, and the staff features a lighted version of the blue orb from the Pokemon Sapphire game. Congratulations, thank you for joining us, and give it up for Miss Komori.
All right, coming up next, we have contestant number 28 in the Journeyman category, Sarah Engler. She wants to give a shout out to 3D Print is by Reprop 2003 with some help from her dad. Who can't use a little help from their dad? We have Carmen from Spy Kids 3D. Please welcome to the stage UNCG Hooligan Girls Carmen from the beloved early 2000s masterpiece Spy Kids 3D. This foam armor build also includes resin casting, a moving arm rig, and 3D printed glove with articulating fingers. The glove itself was a team effort between UNCG Hooligan Girl, her dad, and Reprop's cosplay. This is her first foam armor build. All foam was finished in Polyprop Seal Prime or Hex Flex. I'm glad you know what that is.
I do, yes.
She is so excited to bring this beloved childhood character to life. One more time for Sarah Engler is Carmen from Spy Kids 3D.
I am slowly freezing into a popsicle, so I'm like my reaction time is slower now. It's so cold. Anyway, we are gonna go back to the world of Pokemon. Let's welcome Tabs Labs as Gladiator Vaporeon. Whoa! Give it up for Gladiator Vaporeon. Tabs Labs is elated to present to you her original design of Gladiator Vaporeon. The armor on this cosplay is entirely handmade out of EVA foam, and each individual scale was made using a guitar pick cutter. Wow. The headdress and sai were made out of Worbla with a mix of foam. Tabs included bedazzled Pokeballs and crystals on strings throughout the cosplay to emulate water glistening and dripping off the character. And she's so excited to be competing in this contest in her hometown and at the convention that started her whole cosplay journey years ago. Thank you so much for joining us on stage. Give it up for Tabs as Vaporeon. I believe we have gotten all the journeymen on stage. So Thank you so much, backstage crew, for rolling, and thank you for the cosplayers for rolling with us. So now,
Yes, let's move back on a professional, and like I said, we want to make sure everybody gets included, so thank you. Moving on, we are back in the professional category. Yes, awesome, I appreciate it. We have Brittany Kelly, AKA Always Makeup, and Brittany is Kiri from Avatar 2.
Woo!
Oh, is that
Kiri
right?
is not.
Oh, that's not right, I'm so sorry. We're gonna get it straight.
Unfortunately.
My math skills.
Believe this next one is good.
I got
So let's see. Jennifer? Jennifer? Oh, yes. All right. 1, 2. We're going back to contestant number 2. Do we have a contestant number 2? Oh my goodness. Oh, the lost princess! Woo! The princess is here. We found her. Yes, I found the princess. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's welcome Amanda Valentin, cosplaying as Princess Anastasia. Yes! Oh my gosh!
She's here.
I'm so excited. All right. Wow, and look at her. Look at her. All sparkles. So Amanda is a professional theater and film costume maker from New Jersey. As a lover of historical fashion, she wanted to try making a historically accurate version of Princess Anastasia's pink and gold dress. Nearly every part of the costume was handmade, including the undergarments, Victorian corset, and petticoat. The gown was patterned from scratch on a dress form based on historical research. The satin dress features yards of individually cut gold appliques, over 80 hand-sewn satin roses, and gold-trimmed hanging sleeves. I'm gonna have to look at that up close in a little bit, just so you know. She also embroidered a custom handbag to resemble Anastasia's music box and styled a wig in a late 19th century style to complete the look. And of course, she chose this outfit because she loves the movie Anastasia growing up. And this was a dream gown she wanted to own, so she made it. That's right. Queen move. Thank you so much. Give it up for Amanda Valentin.
All right, coming up next we have number 3, Brittany Kelly, who I think I've mentioned is Kiri from Avatar 2. Always Makeup is a makeup artist and cosplayer from Alabama. Always has been doing makeup for 8 years and cosplay for 5. Today, she's showcasing her Kiri cosplay from Avatar 2, The Way of Water. The character, Kiri, really resonated with her, so she knew she wanted to recreate her design. Over 200 hours of work went into this build, hand braiding, beading, and knotting every accessory and creating all of the special effects, from the prosthetic appliances to fiber optics to those bioluminescent freckles. This was her first time really experimenting with fiber optics as well as jewelry making, so many new skills were learned during this project. Brittany, thank you so much one more time for Brittany Kelly, Kiri from Avatar 2.
Oh, I'm so glad we're back on track. This is so great. All right, let's, lots of energy. We have a few more contestants to go, and then you'll find out who's won. Don't you want to know? All right, so until then, I need you to give your all, clap as loud as you can, scream for them. Let's bring on contestant number 4. We have Jennifer Shuptesh cosplaying as Tim Burton's corpse bride. Wow, that waist. All I see is the waist and the skeleton arm. Amazing. Jennifer is an Atlanta-based professional costume designer and actor. She has designed costume for the Center for Puppetry Arts, 7 Stages, Found Stages, and Theater du Rêve. And her work has been seen on stage at the Santa Fe Opera and, wow, Shakespeare Festival, a bunch of wonderful outlets. The idea to make a fiber arts homage to Tim Burton's Corpse Bride hit her the second she saw the original puppet, and making this costume was the only way to calm down the fireworks in her head. I've been there. I understand exactly what you're talking about. Very cool. The wig is felted yarn sewn with wire to hold its Burton-style curls. The bodice is hand-knitted beaded lace over a tight lacing corset with an 18-inch waist and 36-inch hips. Oh my goodness. The skirt is felted wool with embroidered beaded swirls, and the holes in the hem and bodice are built up into beaded three-dimensional decay. Wow. The veil's spider web edges are felted silk cocoons. The bones are handmade felt, and the ring is embroidered goldwork. Oh my goodness. And she looks absolutely stunning as the corpse bride. Give it up for Jennifer. Give it your best shot.
All right,
Believe
up
in
next,
you. I
we
believe
have
in you.
contestant number 5, Jennifer Trent. Jennifer's costume, and I'm so sorry, Jennifer, that I'm butchering this, is Cicalata Arlecchino by
Zakizo. No, yes. Zakizo is an artist that does all these beautiful designs. The cosplayer Zakizo.
Jenny Elaine is a self-taught seamstress and costume designer from Tampa Bay, Florida. She created her first cosplay a little over 11 years ago. She strives to create every single piece of her cosplays, if possible, and is always looking for innovative ways to up her cosplay game. Not only does she love a good cup of coffee, same, she also married her best friend last year.
Congratulations!
And is a proud bunny and cat mom. Well, fun fact, her heels were completely modified by her. Yes. One more time for Jennifer Trent.
Okay, we are on to contestant number 6 in the professional category. And let's welcome Liddy Design Costumes as Queen Renala of the Full Moon from Elden Ring. Her Elden Ring costume is also very intense. Wow. The primary gown is modeled after Master Academy regalia, which Lydia aimed to recreate faithfully both from the game and with real-life academic regalia standards. Very cool. Along with crepe, velvet, and satins, she also hand-created some fabrics with stenciling techniques. The gilded designs throughout were created with a combination of machine and hand embroidery, beading, lace, hand-tooled leather, and craft foam. So Queen Renala is a very big lady, so Lydia wanted to capture that within reasonable safety parameters. She estimated the character would be about 9 foot tall in real life, and Lydia is roughly 7 foot tall with stilts, so she scaled everything to this height. Oh my goodness. To simulate a bigger torso and longer arms, she created a shoulder frame with long bendable arms that create a larger silhouette inside the bulky sleeves. Wow, lots of thought behind it. And the epic banana hat is over 3 feet tall and comes apart for easy transportation. Thank you so much. Truly regaling.
Absolutely love it. All right, coming up next we have Marshall Peterson, known as TK Bear. And TK Bear is Frost Reach Destiny Warlock.
Ooh. This one is gonna elicit some ooh. Ooh, right?
Straight up, you got smoke coming off him.
Yeah.
TK Bear is returning for his second appearance at the DragonCon Friday Night Costume Contest, featuring another Destiny 2 Warlock armor set. Designed to replicate the game's winter-themed Dawning Events exclusive Frost Reach armor with additional details that Destiny fans will appreciate. All armor and detail pieces were designed in Blender 3D Modeler, then printed in TPA and PLA Plus specifically to the wearer's build. Painting included multiple layers and shades to capture the armor's unique look. The soft part are a combination of blue outdoor linen, quilted spandex, and latex for the undersuit. Details are a hand-drawn chameleon gold vinyl applique. Altogether, the costume is 4 layers of clothing and armor. TK Bear built and coded the special effects that are controlled with Arduino microcontrollers. One more time for TK Bear, Destiny Warlock.
It is definitely getting serious, isn't it? So many intense costumes. Our next entry in the professional category is Toma Cosplay Michelle, cosplaying as Utena from Revolutionary Girl Utena. Yes, a nice classic cosplay. However, there's a twist to it. Wow. First, admire her as well as Utena. This costume is based on the artwork by Desi Desu of Rose Bride Utena. Every layer of this costume was created by the cosplayer. There are over 100 ribbons on the costume, each made by hand and then hand-stitched onto the costume. This was their first time doing embossing, which is along the entire edge of the dress with 2 types of embossing powder. Utena was the first anime that Toma ever watched, so it is exciting for her to finally cosplay from the series 20 years after watching it. Wow, absolutely. The details, can't get over it. Beautiful.
You know, you said it would get serious. I was like, well, how much more serious can it get? It got more serious. It got way serious.
I'm really glad I'm not judging this contest.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right, up next we have Natasha Bieberfield, also known as Socialist Revolution.
Socialist! Socialist! You get it?
I don't need to tell you that. It's Captain Hook. Natasha is from the Philly area. This is her 17th DragonCon.
Wow.
But her first time competing in person. She's been making costumes for 21 years, and Captain Hook from the film Hook has been a bucket list project of hers for over a decade. She spent many years learning and practicing how to make historical clothing and researching the costume for tackling it during the pandemic. It took 2 years to complete. Yes. All of the fabrics are natural fibers and historically accurate with 90 yards of trim that were mostly hand sewn. The buttons, brooch, and hook prop were all 3D printed and hand painted and weathered. The 17th century reproduction shoes have been painted and altered. The linen undershirt is hand sewn and the stockings feature metallic embroidery. Give it up one more time for Natasha Bieberfield as Captain Hook.
And the facial hair. I mean, come on. Very nice. All right, we are going back to the world of gaming with our next contestants. Let's welcome Avira Cosplay. Cosplaying from the Monster Hunter world, Xenojiva.
Oh boy.
Whoa. Oh my God. That is wild. Oh my gosh, so this is Xenojiva from the Monster Hunter world. The construction of this costume's armor is entirely EVA foam and foam clay. You can literally make anything with EVA foam and foam clay. Amazing. There are thousands of hand-sculpted scales from the top of the head to the soles of the feet. There are LEDs, handcrafted gems, fiber optic fabric. This costume is about clean foam smithing. Very good. And the meticulous sculpting of organic textures. The painting style is based on the in-game dragon. Avira wanted the ethereal color scheme to shine through. In addition, since the maker under this costume is a short, curvy woman, and the character is a tall, muscular male, a lot of effort was placed into the proportions and fit of the costume to pull off the male armor set. That is impressive. Proportions are important. Very cool. Give it up for Avira.
We're gonna give him a minute to walk down the ramp. We are all about safety, don't rush. Yes, don't get hurt. All right, so coming Coming up next, we have contestant 12. This is Sarah Schambach, aka Lunar Rose. And she is Lucy Westenra from Bram Stoker's Dracula. Lunar Rose is a professional costume artisan and historian based in New Orleans. She has been creating costumes for over 20 years and is known for her elaborate, historically inspired gowns. This costume is based off of Aiko Ishoka's design for Lucy Westenra's party dress, aka the snake dress, from the 1992 film Bram Stoker's Dracula. The gown is entirely self-patterned with traditional 1890s style you got sleeves. Thank you,
Very good.
That's why we have you. A flatline bodice featuring scalloped hem, a trained underskirt, and bustled overskirt. The design features a complex intertwining snake design that was created by hand sewing handmade bias straps into place and satin stitching them on via machine.
A bazillion hours of satin stitching. Wow. I've never seen that dress actually made, like replicated in real life, so that is stunning.
Amazing, amazing. One more time for Sarah Schambach.
Oh my gosh, we are down to is this our last contestant?
Let me double check.
Oh my gosh, I've only one piece of paper left. Wow, okay, so y'all need to go crazy for this one, okay? So let's welcome Vera Campbell, cosplaying as the Armorer from The Mandalorian. This is the way. Costumer Vera Campbell presents the Armorer from the Star Wars series The Mandalorian. As a professional seamstress and leather worker in St. Louis, Missouri, Vera decided to recreate the Star Wars character, who is also a tradesman, as she felt her experience with leather work and sewing made her uniquely suited to the task. This piece contains 12 different kinds of leathers, including suede, fur, veg tan, and others. All the pieces were self-patterned and constructed. The flight suit was custom dyed by Vera to match. This is her first real armor build, and she knew it would be a new challenge to create the props for this costume. Using 3D models purchased online, all the pieces were assembled, sanded, primed, sanded again, sanding forever, sanded some more, and then ultimately painted in multiple layers. Incredible. It looks so authentic. Thank you so much. Give it up to the Armor from The Mandalorian by Vera Campbell.
All right, y'all, that is it for the professional category. One more time, round of applause for all of them.
All our contestants, they've been here all day. They're backstage, and we appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for joining all of us. And so yeah, we are not gonna keep them waiting any longer. We're not gonna keep you waiting any longer. We are gonna go straight into the award ceremony because our judges have already spent a lot of time speaking to the contestants and determining our winners. So, before we announce the winners, we're gonna introduce our judges, of course, because they're sitting up here and they've been working super, super hard. So I'm just gonna do that while Tony checks something. So let's welcome our judges. Our first judge, I can do this. I was like, I'm tired of being behind there, and then now I'm regretting it.
Oh my gosh, we got it on the thin.
I know, but I wanted to come out here and
They
talk to
can't
everybody.
see you. They can't see you back here. All right.
Alrighty,
The
so judges, I'm gonna announce the first judge since I'm already here. Let's welcome our first judge, Sherilyn Lambeth. Miss Lambeth. Yes, a wave. And now I'm gonna tell you what, some great things about her. You're gonna be even more impressed. So, Ms. Lambeth is a professional costume, prop, and puppet builder whose work includes feature films, TV shows, live/interactive properties and books. You can see her work in Jim Henson's Dinosaurs and movies Leatherheads and The New World. And let's hear it for Miss Sherilyn Lambeth.
Awesome. All right, judge number 2, Freddie Clement, a distinguished professor of drama and costume design at Jacksonville State University. Mr. Clement holds an MFA in costume design from Virginia Commonwealth University. He has designed costumes for various regional theaters and has extensive experience in early 20th century courtesy, kilt construction, and costume technology. Round of applause for Freddie Clement.
Our third judge is Travis Scott Merrill. Let's give it up for Mr. Merrill. Mr. Merrill is the founder of Sixth Sense Productions, specializing in dyeing and distressing. His work can be seen in episodes of Stranger Things and MacGyver, as well as movies Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Avengers Infinity War. Give it up for Mr. Travis Scott Merrill.
All right, judge number 4, Robert Hugh Alsop. Mr. Alsop has produced costume props for film, theater, and television for the last 30 years and is one of the most recognized artisans in the field. His work can be seen in episodes of Doctor Who and The Witcher, as well as the films Gladiator and The Martian. Round of applause for Robert Hugh Alsop.
And our last judge and this evening's head judge is Kathleen O'Shea David. Welcome. Miss O'Shea David started working with puppets when she was 2, and over 50 years later, she's still wiggling dolls for fun and profit. I love that. Along the way, she picked up a few more skills and careers, having done just about everything from cancer research to rock and roll. So let's please give a round of applause for Miss Kathleen O'Shea David, as well as all of our wonderful judges.
Are you guys ready to hear the winners? But before we get to that, I want to talk to you guys about convention safety. Everybody stay high. No, I'm kidding. We're not going to do that. Let's get to the winners, darn it.
Yes. So we're going to start with the honorable mentions. So these are honorable mentions who may not have won a major award, but the judges thought that they did something special and really wanted to give them special recognition for outstanding work. So,
For best use of materials, we have professional number 4, Jennifer Shustet.
it's going to be a surprise to us who they're coming on as. Oh, it's the Corpse Bride!
Round of applause, round of applause. Oh, we have an award for
Best use of material. So please, winners, stay on stage when you come up, and so we can take a picture later. And also, there's another thing happening. So when we call you up, please come and stay on stage. So now we're going to announce the honorable mention for best makeup, and that goes to the number 3 contestant in the professional category, Brittany Kelly.
I remember this.
Brittany Kelly's coming up as
Yes!
Fury from Avatar 2. They receive a wonderful certificate that's going to be an awesome souvenir for them.
All right, coming up next for best use of tech, we have novice number 4, Brian Frost. Ghostbusters.
Cyberpunk Ghostbusters, very cool. And our last honorable mention goes to best prop, and that is journeyman number 3, Alana Haywood.
Here she comes. Take your time. Come on, don't.
And of course, she is Each winner of the skill category receives an award plaque and $50 in DragonCon dollars. All right, so the award for Best Youth goes to number 2, Artemis Davis in her Little Mermaid original outfit. Wow, look at her.
Yes.
Congratulations.
All right, the award for Best Novice goes to number 18, Robin Jungbluth. Yes.
They're coming on. It's gonna be worth
I
it.
can see, I see the lights. I see the lights.
It's Alistraza! Again, can't believe that's a novice costume. You're no longer a novice, by the way. You're now a journeyman. Congrats. Yes, and that's a really nice plaque, too. What a nice souvenir for DragonCon. Memories for years to come. All right, we're going to announce the award for Best Journeyman next, and that is number 7, Caroline Jones.
That was Madame Leota. Awesome, foolish mortal.
From concept to execution, so creative. Just tickles all the right places. How nice.
All right, and the award, hey, we have one more, but don't go away because you guys get to pick 2. So we got a couple more coming up. The award for Best Professional goes to number 11, Nicole Wilcox.
Lots of jubilation backstage.
Take your time, no
Best Professional, Monster Hunter. All right. Okay, so before we announce the Best in Show winner, we have the opportunity to do an Audience Choice Award. That's where all of you come in. So from all of our winners, we want to bring them a little further out. Just come on up. We're going to give you a chance to vote for who your favorite costume is out of these beautiful costumes. Ah, fun, right? Okay, so.
I got it. We're gonna go
Okay, Tony's gonna.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, that's how we're gonna do this. You guys ready?
Each of them, you're gonna applaud for your favorite costume. Because the one with the most applause is going to be our Audience Choice winner for this year, okay?
All right, let's give it up for contestant number 1. Contestant number 2. Contestant number 3. Contestant number 4. Contestant number 5. Contestant number 6. Amount of fingers. Contestant number 7. Contestant number 8.
Oh my
I
God.
hate you guys. Every year we do this. All right, let me hear again.
I think, let's see, it's.
I feel like I heard 6, 7, 8. Are we on the same page? We agree. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right?
Yeah, so.
Let's hear it again for contestant number 5. Contestant number 6. Contestant number 7. Contestant number 8. I hear 6, 7. Does that sound right?
I don't know.
All right, we're gonna do this one more
I
time.
love all of them. I can't. Don't involve me.
All right, contestant number 6. Contestant number 7. 7. It's 7. It's 7. Do we agree it's 7? Audience award goes to contestant number 7.
This category may be a little outdated, a little bit. Oh, actually, we need to mention this. Okay. Oh yeah, and
Oh, voting. Yes, voting.
we also have another award that you can participate in. There is the Social Media Award. So you have until tomorrow to vote for your favorite costume in the professional category to receive the Social Media Award. It is a fan favorite, and the winner will receive a free membership for DragonCon 2024. So that's something. So out of the professional category, if there's someone that you really like, you can cast your vote from today until tomorrow by visiting the DragonCon Facebook page, which is facebook.com/DragonConOfficial. So yeah, you give somebody a free membership for next year. That's like worth $200, right? That's
All
pretty
right.
good.
Yeah, I think this is it. I
Oh,
think this
yes.
next one, Best in Show, wins your prizes, right?
Oh, the Best in Show wins lots of things. So
Tell us a little more before we announce it. I want to hear about what they're going to win.
All right, so our Best in Show winner will receive a $250 cash prize. I believe they'll get a plaque as well, and they'll be guaranteed a reservation in a host hotel for 2024. And on top of it, they will win a Burnett B79 Yaya Han Edition sewing and embroidery machine. The MSRP is over $3,000. It comes with the software included, so you can digitize your custom embroidery from day one, and it was kindly provided to us by the Atlanta Sewing Center and Burnett and Bernina of America. So I really hope whoever walks away with this will really enjoy using it, will make wonderful costumes with it, and will hopefully either discover or continue playing in the world of embroidery. So it's very, very cool. I'm very excited. I have no idea who it is. So
Oh, we're about to find out. All right, the Best in Show winner can be from any skill level and is the most impressive costume overall. Before we're done, don't forget to donate to Care Child Good Cancer. All right, let's see. We already went through this. They're winning $250 prize, reservation at host hotel. And the winner of Best in Show is...
Ayla Ocasio!
Yes, Ayla Ocasio, come on out. You're the grand
Oh my
prize
goodness!
winner.
Ayla Ocasio as the Queen of Hell from Sabrina! Wow! Congratulations!
All right, folks, on behalf of Yaya Han and myself, we want to wish you all a very happy DragonCon.